What is up, guys? Welcome to another day here at Whitley Auto Works. It's kind of a chill day, guys. It's been raining, it's real muggy outside, and it's just not the best day to really do spray outs and stuff like that. So I've got something else you guys are constantly asking me about that I figured I'd bring you along, and it's the perfect day for it. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so I always get a lot of comments about my fenders, mostly jokes, people saying how many coats you got on them things. Well, actually, I've got multiple fenders, as you can see behind me. So let me show you what I do. So usually after painting everything 4 or 5 times, I will strip it all the way back to metal and then hit it with some Rust-Oleum just self-etch primer, guys. And then I got this one over here we did the other day that is in desperate need of strippage, because usually after a couple of paint jobs it'll start reacting and you'll get weird issues like this. And I'm going to show you how I strip it pretty simple and easily. Alright guys, so the first thing I like to do is take my fender, bring it over here, and somewhat bolt it down. That way it don't move when I'm stripping everything on it. Alright, so next thing I do is just kind of pick a section. I got my heat gun right here, guys, and a razor blade scraper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it up and then kind of follow it and scrape it off, and that's going to get it all the way down the metal. What I'm doing is reactivating the oils and the Rust-Oleum below that I'm using. I know it's kind of hard to hear me with the rain, but this is kind of one of those lazy days that I'm doing to strip everything back and get it ready for more projects. So yeah, I'm going to bring you in close and show you what I do. So like I said, I got my heat gun right here, and basically I just put it on the panel. I turn my heat gun on, and I wait till it starts to get warm, and you'll see pretty much it'll let the razor blade pretty much just peel it right off. Just like that. Takes it a second to get nice and hot, but once it melts the lower layers, it'll literally let you take it off all the way down the middle. So, just like that. I know my little board's moving. And I just repeat that process until I get it all the way back in the middle. And that's the metal layer right there where I hit it with some primer before. So, and I just scrape it. As long as you apply heat, it'll stay melted enough to where you can scrape it off. And you can just keep working at it until you get everything. It's kind of satisfying, really. So I get out here and I just scrape it, and that's how I clean these fenders up. And yeah, I'm going to keep this going until we get it all down the middle, and I'll show you the next step. Alright guys, and about 20 minutes later you got a big mess and a mostly down to metal fender. A lot of that's just a little bit of etch primer I had from before. So now we're going to hit this with some 80 grit and clean it up. Just like it never happened, but it did. .80 grit knocks it back down, gets rid of a lot of the deeper scratches, and now 180 is going to come back and refine it. So, all right, let's keep going. Alright guys, so after 180, that smoothed a lot of the scratches and everything out. Before I prime it though, I'm going to hit it with 320 just to clean it up really good. Make sure it's as smooth as it can be, and the primer should fill in all the other imperfections. This is just a test fender, so not trying to make it perfect, but this is the process. Alright guys, so I just wiped it with alcohol. You can see there's actually a lot of contaminants on it, and just trying to get it fairly clean. And now we're going to hit it with some etch primer. Rust-Oleum etch primer for a good little bond. Alright guys, we got the etch primer on. Now if you were to take this and actually want to do this for a customer or for yourself and have it all nice, then you would go back, sand it again with 320 or 400 grit, and then you would hit it with a filler primer or a high build primer, block it out and everything, and then wet sand it finally with 600 grit to get it ready for paint. This is an 800 grit equivalent scuff pad. It's just one that typically goes on a DA. I just run over it real quick with that. That way I'll have some micro scratches in it so everything will bond to it. And yeah, now I'm ready for another spray out. Well, there you go guys. I know it's fun to get on here and poke at me and say, how many layers you got on that fender, and think maybe I paint one fender over and over and over again, because I did do that when I first started this channel. And it was an absolute mess. I had probably 30 coats of paint on it at one time. And, I didn't know how to take it off. I used paint stripper. Paint stripper's gotten ridiculously expensive here lately. And, some of them don't even have the hazardous chemicals anymore, which is good for the environment, but not good if you're trying to strip something down. So I figured out heat and a razor blade was a pretty good companion to get stuff stripped down for cheap. And, I'm trying to save money any way I can, because with 4 test fenders and I'm doing these spray outs, time I spend the money on the clear, the paint, and everything else I use on this channel, man, you wouldn't believe what I spend. It's just one of those things. But I love doing it. I love helping everybody learn, whether you're at home and all you got is spray cans and nothing else, or whether you got paint guns and you just want to know what works and what don't. That's what my channel is all about, guys. I'm all the time trying to help people see what different color combinations will do. And sometimes things turn out perfect, sometimes they don't. And most of the time, I just let whatever's going to happen, and then we'll talk about it, discuss it, because that's how you learn, trial and error. If things are perfect all the time, and I come on here and I tell how great of a painter I am, then, that's not relatable, and that's not helping anybody else learn, and that's what my channel is all about, is learning and having fun. So if you like that type of stuff, you found this video informative, and, you like seeing me strip my fenders down, then definitely take a second, hit that subscribe button to Whitley Auto Works, ring that little bell beside it, you'll get notified every time a new episode drops, and leave me a quick like and comment. I know a lot of people are wanting to see bodywork episodes, and we'll do some more of that in the future as well. And I'm going to try to do more helpful tutorial videos with everything. But today, everybody was asking about my fenders, so you guys got to see how Whitley Auto Works does his fenders. But I appreciate you all for watching and tuning in today. I know this was kind of a less impressive video. I didn't have some extravagant spray out or whatever else, but it's part of the process and part of what goes on with me day to day when I'm trying to keep Whitley Auto Works going and, trying to entertain you guys. But I appreciate you all tremendously for watching. I'm John from Whitley Auto Works. Hope you guys have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.